Hello again, everyone. This is Dan Romance with Tax Saving Professionals. I am here with one of our long tenured clients, Dr. Grant Olson. Grant, welcome to the interview and thanks for joining us.
Hello, excited to be here and share my experience with TSP.
Well, I want to get right in and get started here. Tell the folks where your practice is and how long you've been practicing.
Yeah, Springfield, Missouri. That's right smack dab in the middle of the country, if you kind of know where that's at. And then I've been practicing for 10 years, 9 years in my own private practice. So.
And tell our viewers today, what's been a recent huge development in your career and your practice? What's been going on for you, Grant?
So, in the past year and a half, planning started probably 4 years ago, but we moved into developing a new facility for patient care that's kind of unique. It's feels like I think feels kind of like a resort, and really takes people to a different place when they're here in our facility. They don't think they're in a dental office. And so that's been kind of the dream of mine, is to build something that really could elevate the patient experience and make people just think of going to the dental office different, you know?
And give our listeners and our viewers an idea of the size of the scale, operatories, treatment rooms,
Yeah.
square footage. What does that look like?
So it's built to grow. So it's not fully occupied at this moment, but it is capable of 31 treatment ops. 8 of those are ortho, 3 are cosmetic suites, which are kind of my favorite portion of the project. And then 10 chairs in each wing that surround a courtyard. And the courtyard is surrounded 100% by the building. On one side, it is a patient lounge that's indoor, outdoor with a see-through fireplace. And then on the other end is a windowed bridge, a glass bridge across, connecting both sides for patient and treatment flow. So as we expand into the north wing, we'll be able to utilize that hallway considerably for that. But yeah, so that's kind of where it's at as far as scope. We have been transitioning from our existing 10-chair office into our new office, and at some point probably transition the entire team to our new facility. So, but yeah.
How can people take a look at what you've put together? How can they find
Yeah.
you either on YouTube or what have you?
Yeah, so on YouTube, I've done a few videos. If you go to, let's see, I should know this right off the top. It's yoursmiledestination.com is our patient link. But if you go to ID Springfield, or Innovative Dental of Springfield on YouTube, or search Dr. O dentist on YouTube, you'll land on our page. And our page, I've done some walkthroughs, I've done some reveals of our design during the build process. And then we're working on, as we've moved in just 3 months ago, working on developing some nice, kind of a reveal for the final project, at least as it stands right now. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a year. Obviously, we didn't plan to do it during 2020. God's been good to us. We've had a great opportunity to impact people, and it's been well accepted by our patients. I tell people that have had a lot of patients ask me, like, what is it like moving into this new facility? And I say, it's like buying a new car. You get a nice new car with new features.
Yeah.
Then it starts raining and you got no idea where the windshield wiper's on. But after a few months, you start getting comfortable and you start realizing where things are at. And now you're excited because your car can go faster. It's more comfortable. It's got more features. And that's the same way for our dental office. It's definitely set up to succeed. And that's why we built it with so much space to grow. And we actually already ordered 2 new chairs from our 16 that we put in it. So that gives you an idea where we set it up for hopefully being able to succeed in it, not have to go, gosh, we got to get rid of, or build a new facility or stop taking benefit plans and things like that. So.
Right. Well, I certainly wish you all the best. I was at your first practice, and you showed me where the build out was going to be for your current practice, and showed me some of the plans and the videos along the way through constructions. And I'm really, really delighted for you. So congratulations to this point, and certainly best of success as you grow that operation. Good job, Grant.
Thanks.
Well, I
Appreciate it.
wanted to talk with you about some of the frustrations that you were having prior to meeting TSP regarding your taxes. What were some of the things that were creeping in on you that just got you really, really frustrated, upset, just looking for a solution that would be
Sure.
just to mitigate those tax payments that were building on you?
Sure. I think probably one of the hardest things as a general dentist getting out and getting your feet under you is trying to find a team that will support you. And that's all aspects. I mean, whether it's your attorney, your realtor, your CPA. And then many people don't even think about a tax planner. They kind of think their CPA is who's gonna think about that for them. And my first realization of that was after we did a remodel to our current, our previous office. Um, Obviously we spent some, I don't know, it five, 600, $700,000 in that remodel and equipment. And over the course of the next few years, I got pretty comfortable not paying taxes because we had so much to write off from that.
Yeah.
And then I get into like the third or fourth year, and I get a giant tax bill. We're talking huge, more than I was ready for, didn't plan on. It scared me to death. I had to go get a loan to pay it. And it was just like an aha moment for me. I'm like, what am I doing? I talked to my accountant, and he's like, yeah, you hit what we call the tax cliff. And I'm like, well, thanks. You didn't keep me from flying over the cliff. Awesome. So I flew over the tax cliff, and I ran out of deductions and found myself owing astronomical amounts of money that I shouldn't have had to owe if I would have planned it out and if I had somebody to help me do that. I've read some material and I knew about tax planning. It wasn't like I was clueless on it, but documenting it, thinking through it, making sure I'm up to speed on the law because I want to be lawful. That's where TSP came in. I went to a meeting with another local dentist, and it was shared about how you guys operate and how you help facilitate utilizing the tax code to our advantage and making sure that we take advantage of every benefit and deduction that is in it, so that we can better serve our patients, grow our business, take care of more and more people, and not just hand it over to the IRS, unwillingly or basically unnecessarily would be the best way to say it. So that's what TSP really I learned does for you, and so joined them. Gosh, I don't know, Dan. It's been 5, 6, 7 years now. But
Been a good bit.
yeah. And, but in the past 3 or 4 years saved me, once again, astronomical amounts of money to the tune more than what I owed in that falling off the cliff experience. So I would say that, it's been awesome having you on my team. And I think one thing that's been very useful is, you've helped me work with my accountants, talk through the process, make sure they're understanding what we're doing, the strategies we're utilizing, and that's been super helpful. So it's not just, hey, TSP comes in and they just do their thing. They're happy to explain to myself, make sure we're fully clear, work with my banker and my CPA to help make sure that we operate smoothly on what is recommended.
And how is the interaction with your team here at Tax Saving Professionals? How is the accessibility? Do you find them easy to work with?
Accessibility, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I remember, I tell people this is really important, right? We know this as dentists. We 100% get this philosophy that patients end up doing treatment because they trust and believe and connect with us. That's what makes people accept large dollar treatment. It's what makes them feel at ease in your office and scared. Those who are scared accept it and move forward and get healthy. So to take that into TSP, I mean, the relationship. I remember, it's like 5 years ago, chatting with you about our new build and our new land and kind of the ideas we had, and you just showed so much interest in that. And it was totally genuine. You weren't selling me. You were super excited. And we developed a friendship. And throughout, I don't know, we've kind of hung out a few times here in Springfield.
Yeah.
But that trust that I have, that you've built because of a genuine concern and care for our success, is why I would tell anybody to wholeheartedly be able to trust tax saving professionals to have your best interest. Obviously, it's going to cost us. There's going to be a service fee for it, but it is so worth it. And you're going to get more than what you pay out of it. And you got people looking, looking out for you and making sure that, you're taken care of when it comes to taxes, and you don't just hit the cliff and fly right over. So,
And you mentioned something that really, I think will resonate with a lot of people. Um, the team here at Tax Saving Professionals, they don't look to be your new CPA and,
right,
and file your return. It's our
right.
goal to work as a resource with your current CPA and just be a resource for them.
Sure, absolutely. I think the CPAs, one things they're shocked about is they don't know this law. They don't know it in and out. They know how to be basic uh, compliance people, but they don't know how to strategize and think about what investments will help keep you from owing astronomical amounts of money. And they don't do the documentation for you. That's just not typically in their wheelhouse. And so having your expertise, having TSP really thinking through those things for me it's set me at ease. I know what I'm getting. I don't think there's any smoke and mirrors. I get full transparency in the discussions. And I've had great tax returns that have reflected a thoughtful, thorough examination of how to best use our resources here at our practice. And it's allowed me to grow. And I know it will continue to allow us to, be able to make the investments in the right things that'll keep our practice on the right footing.
So is it fair to say that working with tax saving professionals has allowed you to retain much more of your income that helped that helped you with your growth in
Sure.
the construction of the new practice building?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great to hear.
For
Great to
sure.
hear.
Mhm.
And finally, I want to ask you to kind of wrap up here.
Mhm.
If you were talking to one of your buddies from dental school and
Yeah.
they started to complain and moan whine about their tax situation, what uh, what would you suggest or what would you tell them?
I'd say please don't do what I did and just kind of expect that your accountant is going to just have your best interest at planning and thinking through how to save you on your taxes. You will regret it, and like I did, and don't waste another year going through it without a plan. And it won't take months for you to develop that plan, and it won't take tons of hours outside of your time, but it'll save you months of your hard work to try to earn back what you've lost in taxes. So it's a no-brainer when you start really thinking about a dental practice, what they earn, what they pay. I know that I know, I don't know you, Dan, you probably I work pretty hard for my money. You probably do
Yeah,
too.
you
I'd like
know
to
it.
hand over as little as possible
Right.
within the framework of the law. And that's exactly what tax saving professionals do for me. And that's why any of my friends, colleagues, I highly recommend it. I, I don't know of another service that's as awesome and as thorough, transparent, and helpful as TSP. And back to that conversation I said about the phone call. I mean, I think that was in the evening hours, Dan. It was probably 8:30, and I kind of had to get you off the phone. I think it was like you're just that's what was so cool about it. Like you're just so engaged with helping people. I can tell that there's a real heart to not just sell more tax saving professional clients, but really help dentists and other professionals make better decisions and have more happiness and success.
Well, I appreciate that. It's very relationship. It's not transactional
Sure.
driven. So the folks who are listening and watching us here today, Grant,
Yep.
Dennis, that feel free to contact me if you want to talk about your situation privately. Folks, there's my email and my personal cell phone number there up on the screen. You can send me a text. If I'm still awake in the evening, I will respond to it. If not, I'll get to you in the morning. And before we break, I do want to thank Dr. Grant Olson from Springfield, Missouri. Thank you so much for your kind words. It's great to have you as a client and also as an advocate for TSP. Thanks a
Great.
lot, Dr. Olson.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, Grant. Bye
All
now.
right. See ya. Have a good one.